For the first DIY, I'm going to be using these two cute wood snowmen that I got from Target in the dollar spot section. This shorter snowman came with its hat broken off, so I'm going to use that to my advantage, and I'm going to paint that separately to make it a little bit easier, and then I'll glue it back on. So I'm starting by painting the whole body of the snowman white. Then I'm going to paint the snowman's hat with this pretty light blue color. And next I painted the snowman's nose orange. And finally I used my dotting tool and some black paint to add on the eyes, the mouth, and also a few buttons. And I painted the other snowman the exact same way so they will look the same. They're just a little bit of a different shaped snowman. And here are both snowmen side by side, so here is how they turned out. I think they came out super cute. Next up, I'm going to be using this tree bark piece, and this is actually the bottom to one of our Christmas trees one year, and I'm going to be using this for a snowman face for my tiered tray. So I'm going to start by painting it white. So I'm just going to paint the whole thing white while leaving a small edge all the way around. Now I'm going to paint on two black circles for the snowman's eyes. And next I'm using some orange paint to add on the nose. And I wanted this carrot nose to be a little bit wavy, so I kind of made little circles and then connected them together in a sense. So you can kind of see how I did that to make this cute little wavy carrot nose. Then I used the back of my paintbrush and some black paint to add on a few dots for the smile. Then I took some light pink paint and added a little bit on for the cheeks. And to add some more detail to the eyes, I took my dotting tool and some white paint and I added on a little white circle in the corners and then another smaller circle down below. And I also added on some curved eyebrows to give the snowman some more character. And here is the finished Woodbark Snowman. I think this turned out super cute. Next up, I am painting this Woodbark sign from Michaels, and I'm painting this white, and it's going to be the background for a sign for my tiered tray. To decorate the sign, I am using one of these wood snowflakes from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to quick fill in the little hole since it's an ornament with some spackling. I sanded that off and now I am painting it with the same light blue color I used for the hats of the wood snowman. Then I'm going to go ahead and glue on the finished painted snowflake onto the wood plaque, and that's it for this sign. It was super quick and easy. Next up, I'm using this wood plaque to make another sign, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in that hole. And after the spackling was dry, I went ahead and sanded it down, and now I'm painting the sign with some white paint. I used my Cricut to cut out Let It Snow, and now I am applying the vinyl to the sign. And that's it for this one. It was another quick and easy DIY. Next up, I'm using a wood crate from Dollar Tree, and I flipped it upside down because I'm going to be making it into a book stack. So I'm starting by painting the top section with some white paint. Then I'm using this light blue paint that I have used throughout the video to paint the middle section. That way it coordinates with everything else. And finally, for the bottom book, I'm painting it with this pretty blue color. For the saying for this book stack, I decided to write warm winter wishes. So I used my Cricut to go ahead and cut out these words with some black vinyl, and now I'm going to add them all on. And next I'm using this black and white ribbon, and I'm going to glue it to the left side of the book stack. So I'm just starting by gluing one side on, and then I'm going to glue as I wrap it around so that it stays in place. And I also made this little bow using the same ribbon, and I'm gluing this to the top of the book stack. And I also added on this tiny little sparkly snowflake. Here is the final finished book stack. I really love how this one turned out. Next, I'm using these wood cubes from Hobby Lobby that are 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to be using 4 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all 4 of them together. And now I am painting them using this blue color that I used for the bottom of the book stack so that I can incorporate this color for another piece in the tiered tray so that everything goes together well. I used my Cricut and some white vinyl to cut out the letters to spell snow, so I'm going to add one letter onto each of the 4 blocks. And for the letter O, I cut out a snowflake instead, so I'm just adding that on to add a cute little touch. And then I placed this on my middle tiered tray where I had a little bit of extra room in the front. And I wanted to add something else, so I made this little snow sign. And for the final DIY, I made a beaded garland using the same 3 colors as the book stack so that everything matches really well. So I painted all of my beads and now I'm stringing them on to a piece of twine with a twine tassel at the end. Then I used this wood tag and one of these wooden snowflakes from this pack from Hobby Lobby, and I painted the wood snowflake with this darker blue color. And once I finished painting the snowflake, I went ahead and glued it on towards the bottom of the tag because I'm going to be writing a saying at the top. And I quickly wrote "Hello Winter" at the top of the tag, and now I'm going to tie it onto the end of my beaded garland to finish it up.